All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Vienna. Where have we watched this yet? No. What's today? Wednesday? No. We haven't watched Vienna yet. We haven't watched Basel either, I guess. But Jannik Sinner's playing. Now, today we're supposed to watch 3 matches, and we're only watching 1 because one got delayed because of rain. The other one got cancelled. I'm a little bit disappointed that we didn't get to see Menchik taking on Fonseca. I was really looking forward to that. That was going to be an interesting matchup. But Sinner's taking on Altmaier. That's what we're watching. That's where we are. So let's see what happens. Winner of this will take on Kaboli, who actually took out Mahatch earlier today. Also, Fritz is taking on Vachereau over in Basel, so we'll keep an eye on that as well. Very interesting matchup. By the way, very fun. I don't know if you saw the comments that Bublik made about the Shanghai Masters. Very interesting. Very kind of true too. Like the way that he spoke, I was like, yeah. Yeah. Menchik withdrew with a foot injury. Yep. By the way, chat, look what I found today. Today I found the greatest tennis game ever. It's a little bit beat up, but I got it for $39, and I've played it all day. This is the greatest tennis game ever. And yes, I might stream it. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but we might stream it. I went hunting and I found it. By the way, check out my shirt. Halloween. Tell us what Bublik said. Yeah, so Bublik basically said the fact that Vachereau won, I'm paraphrasing, he didn't say these exact words, but pretty much because Vachereau won, that was bad for everybody. Bad for everybody else. It looked bad, made everyone else look bad outside of Sinner and Alcaraz. And I'm like, interesting, yeah. Let me read his comments, his actual comments. But see, this is the thing. Bublik is saying what everybody else is thinking, I guess, in the tennis world, but also everybody, the competition too. He said, if Valentin is capable of winning a 1,000, it's our fault. We failed. We did not prepare enough for Shanghai. He beat, I don't know how many top 10 players and how many top 20 players and 2 top 10 players and won a notable title. On the other side, Rinderknecht, who also destroyed everyone. It's a question we have to ask ourselves. How is it possible that we, people who have won 1,000 titles and major titles, were not capable of stopping these 2 guys? We have to ask ourselves that if Carlos and Yannick's level was not there, that's what would happen. Pretty good assessment of the tour. That 2 guys who were not even seeded made the final and won that title when there was so many players outside of Sinner and Alcaraz that could have won that title and should have won that title. And Bublik probably thinks he's one of them. He's like, he lost to Vachereau, I think, in the second round. Very interesting comments. I wouldn't say that's no filter. He has no filter. Yeah, but I don't think it's no filter. I think he just said what I think a lot of people, we were saying this last week before the final, right? It's great for Vachereau, great for Rinderknecht, but man, the fact that Medvedev didn't make the final, Rune didn't make the final, Djokovic didn't make the final, Fritz, Shelton, FAA, so many players that have been very, even Medvedev, right? He's been playing well since. So many players have been playing well, and none of them even made the final. Demonor, right? Musetti, none of them made the final. Not even the final. That's not good, right? That's not good for the, it's okay, maybe everyone from 3 to 100 is even now, but that's not good. You can't just have 2 guys and then everybody else is the same. It's that's crazy. So, yeah. And Bublik probably thinks it even more so because he lost to one of those guys and he's probably thinking, shit, I could have won this whole thing. Everybody else fell over. I could have won it. He's probably thinking he missed an opportunity. Anyway, Sinner's playing Altmaier. He's back. I don't think he'll be cramping. By the way, Italy's pissed at Sinner for not playing Davis Cup. But I got to be honest, I don't think you should be mad. He played twice and he won 2 for you. So I mean, you should feel. He doesn't play team competition, Sinner. Like, he's never played Laver Cup. He doesn't play United Cup. He's played Davis Cup twice and he's won it twice for you. The fact that he doesn't want to play this year. Plus, Italy have so many good players. Caboli, he won today. Berrettini, he won today. Musetti, he's pretty good. Like, Italy still have a very strong team. They just don't have the best player in the world. From Italy. Not mad, Italian. Oh, yeah. You've got, like I think the only person that's mad is Petrangeli, who is, like, saying that, like, playing for your country is the most important thing in the world. It's not anymore. It's not as big a deal. I don't think as much. And it depends. Like, some players, it doesn't mean much. It's not as big of a deal, Watching Vachereau versus Fritz. Yeah, Fritz should win that, right? I mean, Vachereau won on a slow, hard court. This is an indoor fast court. It should be Fritz. Fritz should win. I was really pleasantly surprised at how Fonseca beat GMP. I was so happy, but I was like, holy shit, let's go. Let's go, Fonz. And then he was supposed to play tonight, but of course, Menchik withdrew. So Fonzie's into the, I think, quarterfinals. And I'm like, I did not expect that. He's going to take on either Shapovalov or Royer. I'll tell you what, Fonseca taking on Shelton semi-final. Yes. I'm going to, two of my favorite players. I'm going to watch that. By the way, Wawrinka Rude. Okay, cool. Great match. Cool. Vachereau could win again. People usually lose after winning previous tournament. Yeah, but the reason why I don't think Vachereau is going to go on and win anything for the rest of this year, at least not and he's not going to win Basel. I don't think he's going to win Basel or Paris. Is not because he's not a good player. It's because the speed of the court that he played on in Shanghai is totally different to now. Like this court, these courts are nothing like that, and the conditions are nothing like that, right? His fitness and the his style. Obviously, he beat a lot of guys. Guys were cramping though as well. You got to remember that guys like Rune were cramping against him. Rinderk Nesh took advantage of guys cramping against him too, right? But that's not going to be a factor this week, right? Cramps are not going to happen as much on the indoor hard courts because the rallies aren't going to be as long and also the conditions are not the same. It's not sweaty, it's not humid. So that advantage disappears for both Rinderk Nesh and Vachereau. So I'd be shocked if they won these tournaments. Not because they're not good, just because the playing, the conditions and the playing surface and everything's so different to what it was when they made the final in Shanghai. Now, maybe they could win Indian Wells next year, Indian Wells being a slow hard court. Maybe, if it's a humid, or maybe even Miami if it's humid, but I don't think they're going to win this week. Maybe because there is a bit of a hangover too, but I think just conditions are so different. Who's Vera playing next match? Yes, Vera was so lucky not to lose yesterday. It was crazy. He's going to play against Analdi. So there you go. Got it for Menchik. Yeah, I know, right? I was so pumped for him to play Fonz. I wanted it because we always hear people going, "Oh, Menchik's better." I wanted to see who. It would have been great to see who was better on that one. All right, I'm going to go Sinner and straights. But Altmaier's no slouch. He has been a problem for Sinner before. So let's see if he can put up a fight. He hits backhand cross court wide. I love the one-hander that Altmaier has as well. He's got a great looking backhand. Bublik's comments are taking away Vachereau's achievement. Vachereau won fair and square. He's an excellent player and won through playing excellent tennis on that particular surface. Yeah, but okay, Michael, if you want to get emotional about it, but I don't think Bublik was downplaying how impressive Vachereau was. he was giving out an assessment on how the whole tour was looking. Like, there was a 1,000 event up for grabs, and plus he lost to Vacheron, so maybe he was disappointed at the fact that he lost that match and he should have won, and he felt like. But it's more of an assessment on the whole tour, not just trying to take away from Vacheron. It's like, well, if Vacheron and Rinderknech is a final of 1,000, when like only Alcaraz pulled out and Sinner was injured or Sinner was cramping, no one else in the top 50 could win. That's. I mean, he's just saying what we're all thinking. Like, how the hell did that happen, right? Anyways, 15:30. Like, and we said that last week the other week when we were watching it. Again, nothing against the guys who made the final, but how the hell did someone in the top 30 not win or not make the final? You know. So I heard what Bublik said, and I was like, yeah, I get you. I think that's what we're all thinking too. Most of us are going, yeah, what the hell happened? Where the hell was everybody? How could no one stop those two guys? Maybe Vacheron makes the top 20 by the end of the year. Maybe he is, you know, just a bit of a late bloomer. But as soon as it hits smash, and that's too good. 15:40. But like, the fact that a guy coming from nowhere to win a 1,000 title when there's guys that have got so much more experience and so much more, you know, and like we said, major titles. Right? There was a lot of 1,000 champions in that tournament. It wasn't just a bunch of randoms. How did someone from qualies win that? Win 9 matches, 9 guys couldn't stop him. It's crazy. All right, 15:40. As the return goes in from Sinner to the 400 volt mail. I'm looking at the Fritz score. Anyways, drop shot from Sinner as Altmaier hits a slice wide. There's the break. One love. Sinner breaks. Concern for the future of Rublev? Yeah, Rublev lost already this week as well, didn't he? Well, Fritz has already got a break 2-1. Pity Menchik is not playing today. Yeah, it sucks. All right, one love. One zero. Okay. Sinner to serve. He's already got the break. Hope Fonzie makes it 7. Yeah, I want to see Fonseca Shelton so bad. By the way, tomorrow, Fernandez versus Rybakina. We're going to be watching that. Also, we're going to be watching the doubles match that we're supposed to watch today, if it doesn't rain. But I'm so pumped for Rybakina Fernandez. That's going to be a huge match. Winner plays on Boko. So Rybakina's going to beat Fernandez and Mboko to get to the WTA finals. Crazy, bro. What a crazy... And Mboko's played 2 crazy good matches too. She's played really well. So Rybakina better hope tomorrow she gets through easily, because if she doesn't beat Fernandez quickly, she's got to come back the next day. If she beats Fernandez in like 3 hours, come back the next day, play Mboko, who she lost to last time they played. Like, that is, like, to qualify for the WTA finals, it's a worst case scenario. Like we said, okay, it'd be better if she played Bolter in the quarters and Sakkari in the second round. She had to take Fernandez and Mboko, the 2 hardest players in that section, just to kind of qualify. So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be brutal. Backhand down the line to the forehand of Altmaier. Sinner backhand again, the forehand of Altmaier. Sinner with the slice. There's Altmaier backhand again, the backhand of Sinner. The backhand of Altmaier is Sinner with forehand into the backhand of Altmaier. And the backhand goes long, 30-15. Medvedev versus Mute is going to be repeated? Maybe. Boko smoked Lise. I didn't expect that. Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you what, chat. Both Lise and Zachary both posted just like the reaction to the reaction of crazy people on the internet that shouldn't have access to social media because they say ridiculous things that and it's not even ridiculous. It's just like straight up like terrible things that they shouldn't be allowed to use their phones. If you are someone who likes to use the internet and maybe not think before you type, go check out what they've posted, and maybe it will give. I'm not talking about anyone in particular, just in general. If you're just like, oh yeah, maybe I kind of say some stupid things when I'm like angry and I'm typing, because you wouldn't say those things to their face, and you definitely wouldn't say those things even on a phone, right? You just typing, it's like. But reading that shit, it's just like, yeah, people, the internet. I don't know how they stop that, but it's just like some people shouldn't be allowed to be on the internet. As that forehand goes wide by Sinner, and it's 40-30. But yeah, go even if you're not one of those people, just go watch it and just see the. I mean, that's just one day of they lose one match, and look, the reaction of some people is crazy. Keyboard warriors. It's not even keyboard warriors. It's just like psychotic people who like should just get off the phone. Like shouldn't be allowed to have a phone. Like they should not be allowed to have it. And I don't know how they fix that. Like how they besides the players like not reading it, but it's like how do we stop the internet from being? How do we get rid of those people off the internet? That's crazy, right? 40-30. Is it a slice now? The forehand to Sinner. Sinner puts away the winner, and it's 2-love. Like it's just horrific. The things that the players have to deal with, and that's every match. I mean, even if when they win, they probably get people saying that kind of shit because the person that they beat, they're not their fans, but like the people on that side are probably thinking like, how could you beat my player? I can't believe you did this. You're the worst. Like. They probably get it from both ends. They lose, and then they lose, and then when they win, they get hate. That's why we're trying to create. Well, I think we've done a pretty good job at creating this community. We're not like that, and we don't stand for any of that. That's why we try and. We do keep it clean. Even I don't criticize players that harshly. And yell and scream and I get annoyed when Demon or loses or whatever because Aussies, but it's not serious. I don't go off and then type and private message him and tell him how horrible he is. Like, people just need to stop. Just get off the internet if that's the way you're going to react. I love 15. There's a backhand from Sinner into the forehand of Altmaier. Altmaier in the net. Love 30. This is a good chat. Oh yeah. I mean, Deb does a great job cleaning it up. We don't stand for any we are pro player here. We are pro player. So anyone who's going to come in here and start like bashing players, we kick them out. We are pro player. As that goes out by Altmaier, and Sinner's got love 40. Love 40. Like, it's one thing to critique. Like, let's say you go, oh, man, Altmaier's playing terrible today. Yeah, that's an observation. But it's come in and, like, if somebody was saying something even more, like, really ridiculous, then, are we bashing players? We don't bash players at all. Critiquing, being like, oh, man, so-and-so serve, or, so-and-so's backhand's not going well today, or, like, they can't hit drop shots, But we're not coming in here and threatening them like they do on other social platforms, which is, again, terrible to see. As we had a backhand slice from Altmaier. Sinner with a forehand, Altmaier with a lob, and Sinner with a smash. Altmaier's going to get there with a slice in the net. There's the double break. 3-love. Sinner's just that good. All right. Sinner has 10,000 points and only needs 11,500 to be number one. Wow, okay. To the person spamming in the chat, I have no idea what you're talking about. Davis Cup Finals, cool. What about what? You're not asking me a question. You're like, what can you say about it? It's happening in a couple of weeks. The end. Like, what do you want from me? You're spamming. Why are you spamming? A lot of people has to say. What? Say what? What do you want me to talk about it? Like, ask me a question. You're just writing a massive essay about nothing. Hello? Ask me a question. You're just like, what's your say? I don't have a say. What? You ask me a question, I'll answer it. Sinner cooked everybody in this tournament. It just started. Literally the first game of the first set of the first match. What do you mean he's cooked everyone? He hasn't played anyone yet. Altmaier can play better, but good level from Sinner. Oh yeah, Sinner's come out here on fire. Like, his net game, Sinner, is crazy. By the way, Chad, do you reckon those Red Bull cans are empty? I reckon they're empty. I reckon they're just a bunch of empty cans. It's just a prop. There's nothing in there. I think last week, ATP Finals, Ruud, Medvedev, FAA winning were a lot more interesting than the Six King Slam. The race is more interesting. I agree with the second part. But I do think that the Fritz Djokovic match was very interesting. The Sinkeraz final, it was interesting to see Sinner dominate. But again, it comes down to like, well, what happens next, right? Because the way Sinner played, ridiculously high level. But the problem now is that like Alcaraz is right now, Alcaraz isn't playing this week, Alcaraz and Juan Carlos Ferreira are watching the tape and going, how do we, okay, this is the Sinner that we're going to watch. We're going to play this guy in a couple of weeks maybe. You know, they're going to go around, they're going to go find a solution to what Sinner brought to the Six King Slam. So I'm a little worried about Sinner. He showed his hand, exactly. That's what I was saying the other day. Like, it was a great win for Sinner, but he also maybe, showed his hand a little bit and went, hey, Carlos, this is what I can do. And it's like, cool, this is an exhibition. You didn't need to do that. You probably shouldn't have done that. Should have, shouldn't have told me your secrets. And now Alcaraz can respond to that guy in the real tennis match, which is, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they play either in Paris or the ATP Finals because, I'm really excited to see how we need them to play one more time. One more time. After what we just saw at the Six King Slam, we need to see them play one more time. All right, ace down the tee, 30-15. Especially on an indoor hard court, because maybe if Sinner does it again in a real match, then maybe like there's something there, right? There's indoor hard courts advantage Sinner, maybe, So that's why we're going to see it in the ATP, ATP Finals or here. Here in Paris. 40-30, 40-15. 40-15. All right, Fritz is down 3-2 now. He got broken. As that goes out by Altmaier. It's 4-love Sinner. Great start. Necklace is cool. Thank you. I wear it all the time. It's just that I'm wearing a different shirt today. Let me tell you one thing. When you know the winner already, what's the point in watching this shit? You didn't tell me. What are you telling me? Let me tell you one thing. I think you're asking me a question. I didn't think you didn't tell me anything. You just asked me a question. You asked me a question, or you make me a statement. What are you please be more specific about what are you asking me? What are you telling me? Anyways, backhand to backhand. Hello? Backhand goes into the forehand of Altmaier. Sinner with a forehand down the line. Ooh, goes long. He hits a rocket. Oh, no, it was in. That was in. What a shot. That was crazy. Sinner just unleashed a Alcaraz level forehand. Imagine if Sinner goes undefeated on indoor hard courts to end the season. Imagine that. He runs through this tournament. He runs through Paris. He runs through the ATP finals. Can you imagine that? Maybe that's why he's not playing Davis Cup, because he already knows that he's going to dominate in the next 3 tournaments. Love 15. Sinner hits a return winner. Love 30. Uh-oh. The $6 million man is on fire. Backhand return winner this time. Love 30. He could, to be honest, I mean, how cool would that be? When in a world of Sinner and Alcaraz being the only 2 tennis players that anybody seems to, care about, no disrespect to everybody else, but seriously, it's the only 2 players that guaranteed to do something, right? Except for 1 or 2 tournaments. As Altmaier hits a lovely backhand winner, 15-30. For Sinner to dominate, to win, go undefeated to end the season, and then just start next year with Alcaraz and Sinner, with Sinner on that ridiculous, on a ridiculous win streak, that would be a crazy end of the season. When it's been sort of Alcaraz beating Sinner, and but Sinner to finish the year off with a sweep would be insane. It would be crazy. Ah, 15-30. As the backhand return goes in the backhand of Altmaier. Forehand from Sinner sliced. Into the forehand of Altmaier. Altmaier overhits it. He's just trying to get through Sinner here. 15-40. 15-40. Sinner to go to 5 love. 9.6 performance rating so far. Yeah, to the guy that asked why are we watching matches that were so obviously gonna Sinner was gonna win anyway. Because we want to see how good Sinner is. We just want to watch his level. I don't want to watch 3-hour matches with 40 unforced errors each. Sometimes I just want to watch a 6-love, 6-1 where the second best player on the planet is playing ridiculously high level. Good quality quick matches or low quality 3-hour matches. I mean, take your pick. Sometimes I just want to watch 1 hour of Sinner just dominating and kicking some ass. 30-40. As the return goes into the forehand of Altmaier. Back in it from Sinner. Winner down the line. Sinner is on fire. Sinner is on fire. Altmaier is trying. It's not like Altmaier just standing there and, this is a training drill. He is trying to hit the ball hard and trying to do something, but Sinner's just nah, man, you're not doing nothing today. 5 love in 18 minutes. This is brutal, but high level from Sinner. Altmaier is not doing bad, not playing bad. He's just playing a guy who's just ridiculous. That's why we're watching this match. To that guy who asked me a question in a statement. Yeah. Anyways. All right. Also, chat, again, I say this every stream, it seems like now, these days, which is kind of annoying. If you don't like the match that we're watching, you don't have to watch it. I heard someone complaining in one of the other streams, why are we watching doubles? There was nothing else to watch, so that's why we're watching it. And plus, I want to watch it, so... But, if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. If you don't want to watch Jannik Sinner win and play really high level, you don't have to be here. Come back when we watch the players you want to, come and watch the matches you want to watch. If we're not watching the player you want to watch, then... It's okay. We will eventually, But instead of coming in and complaining, which is not going to help because I'm not going to be oh yeah, one person complained. I'm going to not watch this and I'm going to watch something else. That's not going to happen. All right, 5 love. But I don't know why. It seems like more and more people are seemingly just complaining about matches that we watch. Yeah, Rule 7. Yeah, it's 15 love. And plus, today we were supposed to watch Fonseca. That didn't happen. We're supposed to watch Eala. That didn't happen. Tomorrow we are watching Raducanu and Fernandez. So to the one guy that was in the other stream earlier today being like, why are you not watching Raducanu and Fernandez? Because it wasn't on. It's on tomorrow. I can't watch a match that hasn't started. As with a backhand from Sinner, that's a lovely flip. Sinner, by the way, chat, Sinner won that $6 million, beats Alcaraz, and now he's just showing off. Like that win, you thought that exhibition didn't mean nothing. Maybe it didn't mean much to Alcaraz, but holy shit, Sinner is playing the best. Like he's hitting one-handed backhand cross-court winners. He's hitting better backhands one-handed than Altmaier, who's a one-handed backhand player. Like this is ridiculous. This is like just clowning on him. 30 love. Then he serves an ace because he can. 40 love. This is a ridiculous set of tennis from Sinner. And again, Altmaier is not a bad player. 21 minutes, 40 love, Sinner for a bagel. Like, Sinner's level in this set has been insane. And he serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the back of Altmaier. Return into the back of Sinner. Altmaier backhand down the line. Goes long. There it is. 6 love. Wow. That's a statement. Sinner just came out here and went, my title. By the way, my match. Darren Cahill's back in the house, by the way. He wasn't there, I don't think, last week, but he's back now. And that was almost like, hey, coach, check this out. 22 minutes, 6 love. Yeah. Remember that time that we lost to this guy in 5 sets? Remember when we played 5 sets against this guy twice in a row? Nah, me neither. This Altmaier pushed Sinner twice in Grand Slams to 5 sets. And actually won one of them. That was like a million years ago. It wasn't even Jannik Sinner. It was a different guy, apparently. 9 winners, 3 errors from Sinner. 2 winners, 8 errors from Altmaier. Altmaier hit those 8 errors, though, because Sinner was like, I'm playing up here. And Altmaier's like, shit, I better do something. And he just couldn't execute. But Sinner is on fire. That was insane. What a set. $23 minutes. Yep. You know, Chad, it's sometimes, and I know the one guy in the chat that just keeps on spamming an essay about, like, you know, embarrassing match, whatever. God, what it's that, and I've compared Sinner to Federer in this respect, but when Sinner does that, it's such a Federer thing, where Federer would come out and just annihilate people. And Altmaier is not a bad player, and he hit a great backhand at one point, but Sinner just came out here and went, you know what? I'm going to play ridiculous high level, and I'm going to get out of here in less than an hour. And it's such a Federer thing. Federer used to do that. He'd come out and he'd just be like, yeah, I'm way better than you. I'm way better than you. No. He wins the first 6 love. Sinner in AI mode? Oh, yeah. I don't know what. Yeah. Sinner just. Anyways, Altmaier's going to serve first in the second. Let's see if we can. Let's see if Sinner cools down, because Altmaier's not going to win games unless Sinner cools down. As Altmaier serving volleys, Sinner with a lob. Altmaier with a smash. That wasn't a bad play. Maybe the serve volley might change it up. 15 love. Sinbot. It's Sinner's 30th bagel of the year? Wow. I think this is the best Sinner I have ever seen. Even better than the ATP final quality. Yeah, he hit like 2 errors and 9 winners. Crazy. You watching any horror movies recently? I watched the Scream, like first 3 Scream movies the other day, and then yesterday I watched Hocus Pocus because it's just fun. And then I watched 300 today because I found it on Blu-ray, and I also found Inception. I got halfway through that until I had to stream. But I watched 300 on Blu-ray today, which was great. But I haven't watched any other horror movies. I watched I Spit on Your Grave, like the original. That was disturbing. Anyways, that's why I had to watch Hocus Pocus. Anyways, backhand Altmaier down the line, Sinner on the stretch. Gets it back, Altmaier forehand off the tape, and Sinner backhand goes wide. All right, Altmaier's fighting back. 30-15. Have you ever seen The Conjuring? Of course I have. 30-15. As Altmaier serves into the forehand Sinner. Altmaier volley goes wide. Sinner's returns are insane as well. 30-all. 30-all. Be fun to watch Bublik play this version of Sinner. We saw that at the US Open, remember? Remember when Sinner dominated Bublik at the US Open? This is the same guy. This is the level that we saw. And Bublik was just like, bro, I'm not that bad. Remember? 40-30. All right, 40-30. The way Roger played, you could watch him hit against the wall. Sinner is not that type of player. No one is really. It was really easy to watch Roger. Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. I mean, Roger was one of the most elegant players to watch. As it a backhand slice in the net from Altmaier, and it's deuce. I watched Bram Stoker's Dracula. It was the best. Oh, yeah, that's a great movie. That's a great movie. I watched that a few months ago. Deuce. As Altmaier serves. Into the forehand of Sinner. Return goes to the forehand of Altmaier. Sinner backhand as Altmaier forehand goes into the slice of Sinner. And Altmaier with a jumping smash winner. Nice. By the way, Sinner gave him a round of applause and was just kind of like, how did he hit that shot? Like, Sinner's kind of figuring out, well, how do I hit that shot? That was a great smash by Altmaier. I mean, that's what Sinner's making him do. He's making him hit like a ridiculous shot just to get a game. You know Sinner's like dominating because he's like impressed by the other guy with one shot. He's like, oh, yeah, that was pretty good. I made you do that, though. You know, I made you play that. You wouldn't have played that shot if it wasn't for me. Anyways, ace out wide. Altmaier gets a game. Altmaier, by the way, will not be bullied. He will fight back. At least, you know, maybe not on the scoreboard. Maybe he loses, you know, in the second 6-2 or 6-3. But Altmaier won't give up. He won't just roll over and give up. He will put up a fight if he can. What happened, Menchik? Foot injury. Have I got any plans for Halloween? No, because I'll be streaming, so we'll be just live. Tennis world has gone from society paying money to watch Federer in the 2000s to watch Jannik in the 2020s. I don't know if that is a negative. Is that a negative? Is that like are you saying that in a bad way, or are you saying that in like like you're making an observation, like, oh, I went from Federer now to it's Jannik, everyone's paying for Jannik, or are you saying that in a negative way? I don't know, because you sound like you're saying it in a negative, and I want to just confirm. If you're just saying it in an observation, or if you're saying it in like now we have to watch Sinner. Like, you know what I mean? Anyways, 15 love. Zverev went 3 sets yesterday. Yeah, he did. He got through in 3. All right, 30 love. Sinner with an ace. $30 love. $30 love. And Sinner serves again. Into the body of Altmaier. Return goes in the forehand to Sinner, who just unleashes a forehand down the line. That is just insane. 40 love. Didn't expect that Yuri defeat, plus quarter got demolished by Ugo. Yeah, but Humbert on indoor hard courts is a beast. Like, Ugo Humbert on indoor hard courts is just he's crazy. This is like his season. Like, you know when everyone says like Ruud is the clay guy, Humbert's the indoor hard court guy. So like Humbert's probably going to beat Vacheroy or Fritz in the second round. Like Humbert, I know last week he got a little bit lucky against Rune, but Humbert at this time, he made the Paris final last year. I mean, Ugo Humbert indoor hard courts is like ridiculous. Like he is that guy. Yeah, last year he made the final. He beat Alcaraz last year in indoor hard courts. I mean, yeah, Ugo Humbert on indoor hard courts is just a different guy from the rest of the year. He's different from, maybe on grass as well, but Humbert probably beats Fritz or Vacheroy. Like, I'm already calling that. That's how good Humbert is on indoor hard courts. Like, how confident he is. Big 10 on Ugo. Yeah, he's going to make the top 10. He's going to win Paris. See, I got excited because he got to the Paris final. I got excited, all right? And it was love 15. Where is he ranked right now? Was I close? I got to start looking at my rankings. He's number 23. I didn't think Felix was going to make top 10. That's why. Or Shelton. Maybe I should have picked my guy. It was love 15. First has a fault, second serve. I got excited because Ugo made the final of a 1,000. I was like, hang on, this guy. Anyways, that goes in the net from Altmaier and it's love 30. Vacheroy won the first set? Holy shit. I would like to make an apology. I'm sorry that I doubted you. I'm going to do what chat does. Is Fritz injured? What's wrong with Fritz? What happened? Is Fritz injured? Is something wrong with Fritz? He must have been injured. Is Fritz injured? Can somebody tell me if Fritz is tired? Is he tired? Is Fritz tired? Is that what happened? Is he injured? He must be injured or something. Vacheroy couldn't have won the first. He must be tired. Anyway, 15-30. First serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve. Great second serve by Altmaier. Jesus. What was that? It had like super side spin. 30-0. Fritz is not injured or tired. Oh, okay, I'm just checking. I don't know. It just seems weird, man. Yeah. Vacheroy will win the Australian Open. I'll put $5 on that. If he wins his title, wins Basel, I'll do it. Because who knows? Anyways, 30-0. Sinner return. The forehand of Altmaier. Sinner with a pass. Altmaier with a drop volley winner. Nice play. 40-30. All right. 40-30. Lovely volley. It's kind of glitching how I am. I'm just spamming like people in the chat do. I'm just being in the chat for now. All right. 40-30. First serve is a fault. As we had double fault. Now we get the deuce. Menchik withdrew because of a foot injury. Unfortunately. All right, deuce. As return gives the back of Altmaier. Sinner backhand to the slice of Altmaier. Altmaier in the net. Advantage Sinner to get the break here in the second. All right, advantage Sinner. As Altmaier serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. In the backhand Sinner. Backhand from Altmaier. Goes wide. All right, Sinner breaks. 2-1 in the second. All right. All right, chat. Check out my shirt. It is... I found this. I've had this shirt for so long. I found it in the bottom of my cupboard. Check out the back. It was in the bottom of my. I've got like another one with Hades on it, and I've got another one with Scar on it as well. Might give me thumbs down. I didn't ask for your opinion. I just wanted to show you my shirt. I wasn't asking for a fit check. I wasn't asking for your response. It's a great shirt. Thank you, Jane. At least you have taste. It's a Disney villain. Who doesn't love Disney villains? The best part about Disney. If there wasn't villains, then it'd be boring. They're more interesting characters. Let's be honest. Okay, Savage. Hey, no one's going to talk shit on Maleficent. Are you kidding me? Don't you dare talk shit on Maleficent. Angelina Jolie played her in the real life movie. She's a queen. I like the shirt. Thank you. Is that a Halloween shirt? It is now. I mean, that's why I'm wearing it, because it's Halloween. I want a Cruella de Vil shirt in this style, but they don't have them. Anyways, 2-1 Sinner with a center break. When is Halloween? Halloween is during Paris. Paris finals. It's quarterfinals. The shirt is dope. Thank you. And the villains have the best songs usually. Yeah, oh yeah. Cruella is a vibe. Oh yeah. 15 love. I was almost going to buy the other day. I saw a Lego set with the Cruella de Vil car and like the little figure, and I was like, oh, I'm going to get that. But I didn't. Maybe I will get it. Like the cartoon version of the car. She drove a beastly car. Anyways, Smash from Sinner, 30 love. When does the Christmas tree go up? It goes up when I have enough room. When I have enough room in my house. I've run out of room. 30 love. First serve is a fault, second serve. By the way, chat, another thing that I found today, Mariah Carey's Christmas album. For $2. I found that for $2. And you know I got it. And I played the whole thing in the car. 30 love. As we're backing down the line of the forehand of Altmaier. Sinner with the forehand of the line. Altmaier puts up a lob. Sinner with the smash. Altmaier with a backhand pass in the net. 40 love. 40 love. 40 love. Christmas tree goes up whenever the hell you want. Start of November or start of October is totally acceptable. You need the George Michael Christmas album also. Doesn't he just have one song? All right, 3-1. Sinner with a lovely drop shot. He is improving that shot immensely. Sinner winning 93% of first serves, and he's almost 70% of first serves in his nuts. Yeah, he is on fire. And again, Altmaier is not a bad player. Like, he is not... This is not because Altmaier can't return. It's because Sinner is playing at such a ridiculous level. Altmaier is... The reason why Altmaier is making errors is because he has no choice but to try and go for crazy shots. Because Sinner is playing at such a ridiculous level. Like, Altmaier is trying to hit winners off shots that he shouldn't because he's scared of Sinner's... If he stays in the rally long enough, Sinner's going to beat him anyway. But Altmaier's not playing... Like, he's not a bad player. Sinner's making him look terrible by the scoreline, but it's just the Sinner's level is ridiculous. Love 15. Cher has a great Christmas album. Really? Love Cher. Who doesn't love Cher? Love 15. It's back in return. Into the backhand of Altmaier. Forehand from Sinner to the forehand of Altmaier. And Sinner forehand goes long. 15-0. Maybe the worst shot Sinner's hit all day. In the last 40 minutes of this match. Uh, 15-0. As the return goes back into Altmaier. Forehand from Sinner. Into the backhand of Altmaier. Sinner forehand again. To the backhand of Altmaier. Altmaier hits it long. And it's 15-30. Michael Bublé's great Christmas album. Oh, yeah. The Michael Bublé Christmas album is a classic. All right. 15-30. The return goes in the net by Sinner, and it's 30-0. Bachelor Fritz is much more interesting. False. This match is more interesting because the level that Sinner is playing is a thing of beauty. 30-0. As the return goes out by Sinner, it's 40-30. Chad, I think we can all agree. I'd much rather see Sinner playing at this level, winning like this, than watching Fritz serve badly, apparently. Serve badly against Vachereau. I'd rather see the number 2 in the world playing at this ridiculously high level. Because it's much more enjoyable, rather than watching a bunch of errors. You know what I mean? This is a very... I kind of want Altmaier to come back so we can see Sinner play a little bit more like this, but... If Sinner keeps playing like this, it's going to be over in a second. Anyway, Sinner with a forehand. Cross-court winner. Deuce. Well, this match could be over in 15 minutes, but... God, watching Sinner play like this is very fun. Like, this is, ridiculous. It's a shame Alcaraz isn't here so we can see them play each other. We get to Deuce. As the return goes into the backhand of Altmaier. Altmaier in the net. All right, advantage Sinner. Advantage Sinner to go up a double break here in the second. Apparently there's an exhibition before the Australian Open between Sinner and Alcaraz in Korea. Is it before the Australian Open start? Is it in January or is it in December? If it's in December, that's cool. If it's in January, that kind of sucks for the tournament. For the tour. Does anyone know what's the date? Advantage Sinner. Serve is a let by Altmaier. It's in January. I don't know if I like that. 10th of Jan? So basically they're not playing any warm-ups. That's not good. Sinner with a forehand. Into the back of Altmaier. Backhand for Sinner. Get in the back of Altmaier. Altmaier hits it out. There it is. 4-1. I'll be honest. I think the ATP... And I know that players play too much already, but... I don't like that Sinner Alcaraz playing an exhibition before the Australian Open in another country during the start of the season. Like, especially when I think it's worse because Sinner and Alcaraz are the ATP, right? Now, Sinner doesn't play before the Australian Open anyway. He just doesn't do that. But, like, not having Alcaraz play the United Cup or even just, like, Brisbane or Sydney or whatever else, Adelaide, right? So Sinner and Alcaraz are not going to play until the Australian Open, which means the ATP don't get their superstars until February. It's not great. Because Sinner and Alcaraz are the ATP right now, right? Djokovic is there, but we don't know what he's playing. But if an exhibition's in January, then you know they're not going to play before that. They're going to go play in Korea in an exhibition, and then they're going to come and play the Australian Open. I mean, that's not great. That's not good for the ATP. That's not good for the Australian Open even, because you don't get the two best players on the planet playing the warm-up events for the Australian Open. I mean, that's not good. I kind of don't like that. I don't like it. Kooyong's in Australia, though. Yeah, but they're not playing Kooyong, are they? Are they playing Kooyong? If they're playing Kooyong, then I'll shut my mouth. If they're playing Kooyong, then that's cool. That's fine. Are they playing Kooyong? Nope. I'll tell you who's playing Kooyong. Bublik, Musetti, Hashanov, Cilic, Berrettini, Nishikori, Boo, and Runa. But Runa might not play. And there's no women's matches yet. So they're not playing Kooyong. So... I don't know. If they're playing an exhibition in Korea in January, they're not going to be playing any warm-ups. They're not playing United Cup. So they're not playing United Cup. They're not going to play Brisbane or Sydney or Adelaide or whatever other tournaments there are in Australia before the Australian Open. And when the tour is, like the ATP is just Sinner and Alcaraz and Djokovic, right? You know, they're the three guys everybody really, really, really wants to watch. If Djokovic doesn't play, then the first 2 weeks of the season are going to be irrelevant for most people. People are not going to give a shit until the Australian Open starts. So, I don't know if I like that. I'd rather see Sinner and Alcaraz play like the first week of the season when they're, maybe some of the guys are fresh and they could maybe... I would want to see Alcaraz and Sinner play the United Cup. Because maybe one of those, maybe a Shelton or a Zverev or someone pushes one of them, and that's something interesting. But if we go to the Australian Open and Sinner and Alcaraz haven't played anybody, and they played each other once in a fun exhibition, that does nothing for me. Anyway, it's 5-1 Sinner. Old man's going to serve to stay in the match. Yeah, I don't know. We'll watch it. We'll have to watch it, but God, Fritz is getting his ass kicked. I'll tell you what, I'm so sorry that Valentin Vacheroy, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I said that you wouldn't beat Fritz. I take it back. All right. Sinner, by the way, has lost 0 points on serve this set. Crazy. Return goes out by Sinner. 15 love. 15 love. By the way, is Sinner playing tomorrow? Do we know? He must be, right? He must be playing tomorrow. AO is more open than Roland Garros is for now? What do you mean? You should be. I take it back just because you said something you were being mean. I take it back. I'm not sorry. All right, 30 love. As the return goes into the slice of Altmaier, and Sinner puts away the forehand, 30-15. 30-15. I think Roland Garros is staying Carlos and Australian Open is staying Sinner. Yep. 30-15. As Altmaier serves a fault second serve. Caboli, yeah. So tomorrow it'll be Caboli versus Sinner. Probably tomorrow night. I think they'll put him on at the same time. Give him 24 hours to get ready. As with a forehand now off the tape from Altmaier. Sinner with a forehand drop shot. It's too good. Sinner, I think, is with like 3 drop shot winners tonight. Very, very good execution on those drop shots. 30-0. Chad, I know I stayed up all night to watch 1 hour match, but I'm not mad. I love the way that Sinner's played. The way that Sinner's played has been ridiculous. Now 30-0. Second serve. Serving the forehand Sinner. Forehand from Altmaier down the line. Sinner's there with the backhand on the stretch. Altmaier forehand again. The backhand Sinner. Into the forehand of Altmaier. Sinner backhand to the backhand of Altmaier. Sinner forehand on the stretch. Goes long. All right. 40-30. Maybe Vacheron took Burblic's comments personally. I know, right? I kind of want to see Bublik versus Vacheron now. Bublik-Cerundolo is an interesting match, though. Winner plays possibly Sinner in the quarterfinals, so that'd be fun. By the way, didn't Rinderknecht play this week, or did he withdraw? Serve out wide the back of Sinner. Altmaier puts away the forehand winner. Nice. All right. 5-2, Sinner's going to serve for the match. Rinderknecht was supposed to play. He was supposed to play, wasn't he? He must have withdrawn. Due to fatigue? Okay, yeah. All right. Sinner will serve for the match. I'm kind of happy now that Fonseca and Menchik's not happening because the way that Fritz is playing, that match won't start for another 2 hours, and that means I'll have to watch the sunrise before I watch the tennis. So I'm glad that I'm kind of glad that that match is not happening. I can go to bed after this. We have to start watching Medi again? Do we? I don't want to watch Medvedev yet. I'm not watching him play Mute. I'll watch Medvedev-Zverev semifinals. Medvedev-Zverev semifinals? By the way, Grigspor-Zverev quarterfinals? Those guys just keep meeting, don't they? Zverev-Medvedev semifinals I'll watch in Vienna. We'll watch both semi-finals in Vienna if that's one of them. All right, 5-2. Sinner serving for the match in less than an hour. All right. Why is Grigspor so strong? He's just got a massive serve and good volleys and he just knows how to play Zverev. Him and Zverev have just played some battles. They've had some epics. Anyways, 4-1 from Sinner. Into the 400 of Altmaier. Altmaier heads it out. 15 love. 15 love. All right, serve again from Sinner. Serve down the tees of fault, second serve. Serve in the front of Altmaier. Return goes to the front of Sinner. Drop shot is good. Altmaier gets there but puts it wide again. Lovely drop shot by Sinner. 30 love. Beautiful drop shot. 30 love. Sinner's performance today, ridiculous. A 9.7, near flawless. As Altmaier sliced in the net, 40 love. Like, chat, this is, again, people are going to come in and be like, well, Altmaier's not very good at tennis. Okay. The performance that Sinner's put on today has been one of the most dominating, highest level matches he's played all season. Like a 9.7 shock, like quality of the match for him, like that is insane. Like that is almost as high. I mean, is it out of 10? 9.7 out of 10 is crazy. Backhand return to the forehand of Sinner, into the backhand of Altmaier. Sinner with a forehand down the line. Altmaier is there with a backhand cross court. Sinner gets it. As Altmaier slice into the forehand of Sinner, who hits a drop shot in the net to finish. He does one too many drop shots. 40-15. All right, 40-15. But man, the level is insane high. Oh yeah. Nobody can beat this version of Sinner this week. There's no one in the tournament that will beat this version of Sinner. Sinner plays like this for the rest of the tournament. Just give him the trophy now. It ain't gonna happen. Nobody's gonna beat him. Nobody can beat that guy. If he plays at this level, this is untouchable. 40-15. Serving to the back of Altmaier. Return into the front of Sinner, who puts away the winner to finish. That was 58 minutes. That was a clinic. Again, Altmaier is not a bad player. And Altmaier didn't play necessarily that bad. I mean, he couldn't play well because Sinner wouldn't let him, but damn. Like that was, I would be very interested to see where that quality, and I don't know if Tennis Insight's going to bring this out, maybe they will, but like to see how that match and the quality of that match that Sinner played ranks within the rest of the year for him. Because that 9.7, I don't know if it dropped after that drop shot in the net, maybe it went down to a 9.6, but a 9.7 match quality for Sinner is, I mean, that's ridiculous. Like, that's ridiculous. I don't know if anyone else, like, if he's ever, has he played a better match? Maybe against Bublik when he beat him at the US Open playing that level, but, I mean, besides that match, I mean, yeah, Sinner's played some great matches and he played some really good quality tennis, but that was like from start to finish, just no one's beating that guy this week. No one in the draw in Vienna is beating that Sinner. He plays like that, if he plays like that, give him the trophy. Just stop the tournament now, give him the trophy. If you're leaving, don't forget to subscribe on the way out. Ridiculous level. Just a joy to watch. Like, some might say, oh, what a boring match. If you're just watching Sinner and just appreciate how dominant that was and how good that was and how good Sinner was, like that, you just got to appreciate those matches. Okay, it wasn't a 3-hour epic, that they've played in the past, these two guys, but you just got to watch that and go, shit, that guy, he's really good. Like, you just got to appreciate how good Sinner was playing, Like, you just got to sit back and watch in awe of how crazy good that was. All right, by the way, Fritz is trying to break Vachereau in the second. All right. Sinner was amazing. Sinner will probably win Vienna, and De Minaur could be in the final. I'd love to see De Minaur make the final, especially after last time they played. It was a little bit, it gave us some hope. But then if Sinner plays like that, De Minaur ain't going to beat him. He's scary good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was steady throughout. I mean, look, it was only an hour. Had they played for an hour and a half, maybe there would have been a drop in the level, but that was insane. Fritz breaks, yep. That was just insane. Next year, at least 3 Grand Slam Synchronized final, but not surprised if all 4. Yeah, I hope not, though. I hope we don't get Synchronized finals all year next year, because then that won't be good for the rest of the tour. And we don't, like, yeah, okay, we want 2 guys to be very good, but we don't want everybody, like, it's them or no, and nobody else. Like, because then what's the point in watching first round of semifinals, you know? If we already know the final's going to be those guys. Yeah, the serving was insane. Look at the serving. Didn't face a break point. He's actually first serve dropped, but 95% of first serve points won him, and that's insanity. Again, Altmaier didn't play bad. Sinner just converted every single point they played. like this, yeah, madness. Like that was as good as Sinner's. Like that's as good as Sinner is. Like that was the best version of Jannik Sinner. Again, maybe the Bublik match at the US Open when he played that level over 3 sets, but that could have been the best Jannik Sinner all year. He did play like that against Bublik though over 3 sets. So, but I would again, hopefully, let me have a look. I don't know if Tennis Insight but Tennis Insights might be able to bring out a stat about like how high level that was, because that was crazy. Like it was a 9.7 up until the last couple of points. And I would be very surprised if Sinner has played a better match than that, or a higher quality match than that, because that was insane. That was insane. So yeah, Caboli versus Sinner tomorrow. Friendly fire. Rublev playing bad. Yeah, he lost yesterday. Yeah, Fritz is up 4-3. I need this version of Sinner against US Open version of Alcaraz. The AO final would be epic. Hey, how about we just get that at the ATP Finals? In the final of the ATP Finals. How about that? How about we get this Sinner versus the US Open Alcaraz at the ATP Finals to finish the year, the last match of the season? Why don't we get that? I know you want 5 sets, but that ain't going to happen. But we could get in a 3-setter in the final match in Turin. I mean, nobody's saying no to that, right? We're just about to say hey, look, I'd take the semifinals if somehow they didn't play in the final and it had to be a semifinal because, you know, one of them finished second in the group. I'll take it. As long as we get that match at the ATP Finals, that's all I want. We need them to play once to end the season. And if it's a semi-final or a final of the ATP Finals, because unfortunately they won't be playing Davis Cup because Sinner said no. He withdrew, but yes, okay. We got to get them playing one more time. One more time in a real match. If Alcaraz and Sinner both get injured at the same time and miss a Grand Slam, who do you think was going to hypothetically win? I don't know, some random. You know who I hope to win, though? I hope it's going to be... I hope Shelton wins. Because I'm a fan of Shelton, I love him, and I want him to win something. I think there's 3 guys who, even with Sinner and Alcaraz in the draw, there's 3 guys that I think next year will... Well, actually, no. There's 3 guys that I think are a threat. 2 of them next year will be a threat The other one is injured right now. But it's Shelton, Draper, and Rune. Those three guys, for me, against Sinner and Alcaraz, I think those three guys are a problem. And if they get a year better, unfortunately, Rune is off. He won't be back for a while. But if Shelton and Draper stay healthy, both of them at different stages will. I mean, they did this year, right? Shelton pushed Alcaraz on clay. And then Draper beat Alcaraz, right? So that's something. I want to see Sinner versus Draper early next year. I need to see that match. And I want to see... you know what? I would love to see at the Australian Open, quarterfinals. I would love to see Shelton versus Alcaraz, one quarterfinal. And then I would love to see Sinner versus Draper in another quarterfinal. Those two matches would be awesome to see in the Australian Open. I don't know if Draper can beat Sinner in Australia, but Shelton on a fast hard court against Alcaraz on a hot afternoon, that could be fun. That could be interesting. Even a hot afternoon for Draper. Now, Draper coming back from injury, I don't know if he's going to be if he's going to be rusty, but I think I want to see those matches in Australia just to get an idea of how the season's going to look, right? So, like, as a good baseline to go, okay, the two guys that I think are the biggest threats going forward, Sinner, Draper and Shelton, to get a crack at those guys in the first tournament of the year, even if they lose, if let's say Draper loses in 3 and Shelton loses in 4, okay, but now we can establish a baseline, and they can establish, okay, well we now we know what we have to do to get to their level. But I reckon those two guys, and then Rune whenever he comes back, I think those three guys are the three young guys, because everybody who's getting mentioned now is, older than that. The three guys that are going to be, that are the same generation, right? FAA is older than them. Fritz is older than them. Djokovic is way older than them, right? Zverev is older. Tsitsipas is older. Everybody else is older. But Shelton and Draper are the same age as these guys. They're in this generation. They're part of this generation. I would love to see that early on, and then they can build off that and try and figure it out from there. Shelton, Shelton's already such. And by the way, we might get Shelton versus Sinner and Alcaraz at the end of the year anyway. Unfortunately, Draper's not playing, but I'm so excited to see Shelton versus Sinner or Alcaraz in the ATP finals, because he's going to qualify. He'll play one of them in the group stage, and I hope it's Alcaraz, because I think on a fast indoor hard court, Shelton is more likely going to test Alcaraz and Sinner. I think Sinner with the home crowd, ATP finals. I don't think Shelton would be as good, but I think he would like to play Alcaraz more. Even though Alcaraz is also very, very tricky, but I think on an indoor fast hard court, Shelton might like his chances against Alcaraz more than he likes his chances against Sinner. But then he might get to play both. I would love perfect situation to end the year would be Shelton he plays Alcaraz in the group stage, and then he makes the semis, and he plays Sinner in the semis, or vice versa. He plays Sinner in the group stage, and then he plays Alcaraz in the semis, and he has to finish second in the group or first. But I would love that. I think I would love to see that. I would love to see Shelton do, and I would love to see Shelton versus Fritz, because I think that's a great battle for American number one. Even though Fritz has been, I've been singing Fritz praise for fucking a year. But I'd love to see Fritz versus Shelton for like a battle of the best American. Not that it would make a difference. I don't think it would. Or maybe it would. Maybe Shelton would overtake him. But I would love to see that. Like a battle of the two best Americans on the men's side, and see, because on the women's side, we're going to get that as well. We're going to have 4 American women in the WTA finals, and Gauff's number 1, but Anisimova's catching her. And then you got Pegula and Keys. So I'd love to see Shelton Fritz, in a battle of for the American number 1, and then I'd love to see them both play. I think let me have a look. If the ATP finals is based on the top 8 right now, we lock it in top 8, whatever it is right now. Well, minus Djokovic, just because he said he's not going to play. So the top 8 right now would be Sinner, Alcaraz, Zverev, Fritz, Shelton, De Minaur, Musetti, FAA. I think the group that I want to see, Alcaraz, Fritz, Shelton, Musetti. Let's just chuck Musetti in there. And then the other group would be Sinner, Zverev, De Minaur, FAA. I think that they would be the best groups if that's what the ATP Finals is. Because FAA pushed Sinner in the US Open, right? Demonor just pushed Sinner in the last time they played, and Zverev has got a good record over Sinner. And then Alcaraz versus Fritz, Shelton, and Musetti. We'll see what that looks like. That would be... I'd love to see that. Those would be my preferences for the groups, if that's what we got. Shelton is not always convincing either against top 20 players. What are you talking about? He's come back from injury. That's why he lost last week. I think the head-to-head between Zverev and Sinner is 4-3 Zverev. But Sinner's won the last couple. A fit Draper does look good, but even he is nowhere near Alcaraz or Sinner. What are you talking about? He beat Alcaraz in Indian Wells. And he pushed him on clay. If Djokovic does play the ATP Finals, would like to see Shelton Djokovic. Oh, yeah, for sure. We need that rematch. It's been 2 years. You think Shelton could reactivate his injury trying to keep up? No. I think Shelton will go all out, and then he's got 6 weeks to recover if he does get hurt. Like, I don't think... I mean, Shelton... Did Shelton get injured? Like, he won his first match 9-7 against Mychak. He's playing Munar tomorrow, which is going to be very, very tough because Munar is scary. And then he's going to play FAA, possibly in the quarterfinals. So, again, this is a good week, a good opportunity for Shelton to get some form. I don't think Shelton's been injured, though. Did he? I mean, he's played 2 matches since he's come back from injury, but I don't know if he might be rusty because he hasn't played that much. I mean, Shelton should have been in the Six King Slam. I don't know why he didn't get. I know why Tsitsipas probably got it because he's more well known, but I think Shelton should have been in the Six King Slam. Because he would have been him against Sinner in the first match would have been a lot more interesting. It could have been a lot more. And then maybe even even if you put Fritz and you flip it around and go Fritz versus Shelton in the first match, and then Zverev versus Sinner would have been interesting. Maybe Shelton versus Zverev. But anyways, Shelton's playing doubles as well. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's a good sign then. That means he must not be scared about his. He made the final last year, so Shelton's playing with Bapana. That's a good team up. They're playing Herbert and Mahou. Did Mahou come back from retirement? By the way, all the seeds are falling in the in the doubles draw. So yeah, Shelton Bapana, and they won their first match. So that's a good sign. If Shelton's playing doubles, it means that he wants more matches. All right. Well, I'm getting out of here because, yeah. But tomorrow we got a big day. We've got, I don't know when Eala's playing doubles tomorrow, but we do have Fernandez versus Rebecca in a very important match. We could find out who's going to play the WTA Finals during that match. Or after that match. It could be set, depending on the result. And then Eala's playing doubles at the same time. So we'll be watching a doubles and a singles at the same time. Yes, we are watching Rebecca versus Fernandez, of course. We have to see if what Rebecca, I mean, first of all, it's a great match, but also Rebecca's WTA Finals is on the line, so we've got to watch it. And then tomorrow night, we're probably watching Sinner again tomorrow. Because he'll be playing again tomorrow. Possibly. But I don't know if that's confirmed or not. Oh, is Zverev on a sorry, not Zverev. Sinner was on a 17-match win streak on indoor hard courts. Well, I mean, and we were talking about him sweeping. He might be able to sweep this the end of the season. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out. Sinner was brutal. That was a brutal win. What a win. It's a pleasure to watch Sinner when he plays like that because that was just a ridiculous level of tennis by one of the best players on the planet. He's going to take on Caboli tomorrow. Fritz, by the way, serving for the second set. But I'll see you guys then. Thanks for hanging out.